does not crystallize on its own. Then they use something called bone black. Bone black is charcoal ground up bones from the slaughterhouse. Well, bone and blood have a chemical affinity for each other. And charcoal has a propensity to pull things. Why does blood and bone have a chemical affinity for each other? Because most blood is made in the bone. So they hang out together, they recognize each other. If you put blood on the table with a little bit of bone, the blood will naturally lean towards the bone. So they take the charcoal bones and they run this sugar solution, sugar and albumin solution through the charcoal, and it pulls the blood out of the sugar. Now there's still residual blood in there, but you're not going to know. And then they make sure they bleach it real good. Because we are materialistic people. We want it to look good. It's got to look good. Why couldn't we just go get sugar cane? I go down to the islands, they got sugar cane everywhere I go. She want a little sugar cane. And another thing, did you know that 1 can of soda has 9 teaspoons of sugar? 9 teaspoons of sugar is equal to 36 feet of sugar cane. I want to say that again. 9 teaspoons of sugar is equal to 36 feet of sugar cane. You can't even eat 4 inches of sugar cane before your teeth start rattling and you get this, you know what I'm saying? You can't eat too much of it. But when it's processed and denatured, and when you have been desensitized to the good things in life, and you're always searching for love, you will sugar your diet down. Because it will give you what they call instant gratification. And you'll be happy for a few minutes. Then you need more and more. It takes about 2 weeks to get off heroin. It takes about 90 days to get off sugar. Sugar's number one on the list. Heroin's like number 10. And they keep telling you don't do drugs. Don't do drugs, just say no. Well, you'll stop eating sugar then. And if you're going to say no to drugs, say no to all drugs. When the doctor gives you some drugs, say, hey, thank you, no thanks. But you got to take this, you're going to die. No thanks. The only time I would ever do what a doctor says is that's the only thing left for me to do. Period. But I'm going to make sure that I can try other things out in the world first. And you know they say go get a second opinion? You need a second opinion, a third opinion. I believe in a fourth opinion. I believe in getting opinions till I get the one I need to hear. In the minute the doctor says I have cancer, am I going to believe the doctor? I'm going to go get other opinions. And I'm going to find out other ways to treat this cancer. There's a man named Brzezinski. He's got this technique for getting rid of cancer that's been working for years. They try to get rid of this guy. Dr. Sebi said he can cure almost anything in the world. People don't believe him because they don't believe in themselves. Because the first thing that you can do to help yourself is believe in yourself and understand the power within you and understand that you are the creative power of the universe. And if you're going to bless food, at least bless the food that the Creator made. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Those fillings in your teeth, what they call amalgamum, the silver ones, are made from mercury. Mercury is one of the only chemicals that could never be made non-toxic. Mercury. Every time you chew, a little bit of the mercury gas, and the mercury goes into your body. Not the gas, but the toxins from the mercury. Every time you chew. How many times you chew? Some of you don't chew, you just I watch some people eat, they don't even chew the food. They got a piece of steak that they just chew, they just move their mouth just like a dog. Just get it in position. Oh. I tell people you're supposed to chew your food at least 50 to 100 times. Oh my God, I can't chew that long. You crazy, Doctor B? I'm trying to save your life. You're eating something that can't be digested, so chew the heck up out of it. So get the mercury fillings out your teeth. There's over 300 symptoms of mercury poisoning, and one of them is nerve problems. Multiple sclerosis. Some of them are autoimmune system problems. Arthritis, eyesight problems, heart problems, liver problems. Mercury is toxic. Look at any book, look up mercury. They tell you if you break a thermometer, they call the poison control people. Well, you got a broken thermometer in your mouth. In my book, I have a dentist. His name is Michael Zola. That's where you go to get your mercury out. Don't just go to any dentist. Because they'll just rip it out. What the heck? They'll drill it and it gets hot. Chips are flying everywhere. The gas from the drill and the mercury is heating up. You're breathing deeply. You're nervous. Go to somebody that understands the problem and knows how to deal with it. And this guy is really nice. And he has a special suction machine. I mean, this thing is like a vacuum cleaner. And they make sure they get every drop out. And you get the porcelain ones. Don't go to any dentist. I'm telling you, because some of y'all going to go to your dentist because you got a plan with them. Step away from that plan for a minute. Because that plan is a plan that may not be one that's healthy for you. Are you following what I'm saying?
Yes.
After you've done all these things to your body, it's going to be weak. Then you shake somebody's hand. You have what they have, the germs. The Germans call them verms or vermin. The Americans call them worms. But since the Germans did most of the studies, we'll call them germs. Your body's already weak because you've been living outside of the natural ecological niche. Well, the worms or the parasites are always looking for a host. They're always looking for a real good party. Americans are great hosts. 90% of Americans have parasites. 90%. 90% of Americans will get an illness based on parasites. Now, not every disease is caused by parasites, but when you have an organ which is weakened, the parasites move in. And they live in that organ because it's weakened. Parasites are supposed to break down dead, decaying flesh or matter. That's what they do. An animal dies by the side of the road, minutes later you got worms. In fact, when human beings die, within 24 hours, from some miraculous place, worms come out of their body. Where'd they come from? They were already in you. This is what Grandma used to tell you. Boy, you got worms. Girl, you got worms. But somehow you grew up, got a good job, and you figured Grandma's gone, she was crazy. Grandma had information to save your life. And now you're waiting on the medical system to save you. The medical system is waiting on your wallet to swell up. Your doctor ain't coming to your funeral. They ain't gonna send you no flowers. Whoa. They don't even send you a card. I'm sorry, your mother's dead. We're very sorry. He walks away. It's the last time you see that doctor. I'm afraid of these people because you're not even alive unless somebody, a doctor, says you're alive. The baby's crying. He comes in and looks at the baby. Okay, birth certificate. You need a certificate to be alive. And then when you die, the guy's been in a warehouse dead for 7 months. He's bones. The examiner has to come and take the pulse of the skeleton. Have y'all ever seen that? They got to check this thing to see if it's dead. Then they got a certificate. Yes, he's dead. And you going to ask this guy, what's wrong with you? It's a system, something you're caught up in. But you need to know that if you have a population of parasites which is high in your body, they're going to begin to eat your organs and your flesh, and the food that you eat, they will get to it before you. Tapeworms live in the digestive tract. A tapeworm, it hooks itself and has a head called a scolex. It looks like a ball with thorns, and it's got rows and rows of teeth. This thing looks like from outer space. And it hooks right at the base of your stomach. Your stomach comes down here. Let's say this is the stomach. You have this opening that goes out to your small intestine. Well, the hookworm crawls and gets a little, it has these barbed wire things, and it hooks in here. And the tapeworm just eats everything that you would normally eat. You don't eat until the tapeworm uses the restroom. Guess where it uses the restroom? Inside you. And there's these sections. Tapeworm has these sections. And every day it loses a couple of sections. And in those sections are egg packets. They go in the toilet. You don't even notice them. You don't know what you're seeing. You don't look in the toilet anyway. And if you do, you don't know what you're looking for. Well, they go out to the sewer system. And most of your sewer systems end up where? Out in the ocean. Or back in the faucet. But the ones that go to the ocean, the seagulls come along and they look for those egg packets. And they eat them. Then they fly over the pastures where the cows are. And they do their duties to God in their countries. And they leave the egg packets. And then the cow comes along and eats. And you get the tapeworm back. It's a cycle. How do you know you got a tapeworm? If you're overweight and you've been on every diet in the world, and you're still hungry. Or if you're really skinny, and you can't gain weight no matter what you do, you eat everything. Tapeworms eating everything. Tapeworms got it going on. Last year there was a little boy, a little Hispanic kid. Actually, I better call him Mexican. I don't know. I want to be politically correct. But he had eaten some food, and a tapeworm crawled through his whole system and got into his brain. Do y'all remember that? Anybody hear about that? Yeah. It was on the news. He had a tape. We couldn't even talk. They said they couldn't get rid of the tapeworm. They were just going to let it live. Huh? I got a worm in my brain, and you're going to do what? Because if they tried to remove the tapeworm would kill him. Y'all figure these things are stupid, huh? We've been on the earth, they say we've been on the earth 3.5 million years. But we know we've been on the earth at least 13 million years. Well, the earth is about 5 to 6 billion years old. These parasites been here for half that time. Think about that now. You think they're stupid. That's the problem. Humans' egos. Humans' egos is what got us in trouble. You figure everything is ignorant. And they can't talk and they can't communicate to me. It's dumb. I wouldn't try to communicate to most of the humans either. Because humans are crazy. The fluke worm lives in the grass and lives in the snail's body. The cows and the chickens and the pigs, they live in the grass sometimes, and they come along and they get the tapeworm, the fluke worm inside their digestive tract. Then you eat the animal. It's in its flesh. You now have the fluke worm. Well, the fluke worm is normally kind of harmless.